Milk chocolate and dark chocolate. So we in craft chocolate have coined the term dark milk, and that's because it's still on the darker side for what chocolate would normally be considered as a percentage, but not enough milk powder in there to legally call milk chocolate. And I don't remember the exact percentage. It's either 12% or 15% of that chocolate bar needs to be milk powder in order to call it a milk chocolate. So we'll double check that one and put in the notes at the bottom of this what it actually is. But dark chocolate, to me, this is my own definition, is 70% and above. I think the industry looks at it more in the form of 55% and above. But keep in mind, if it's 55% chocolate, that means almost half of that bar is not chocolate. So to me, that's just not very dark. That's a lot of sugar in most cases. That'd be 45% sugar. So now, let's jump into a percentage. When you see a percentage on a chocolate bar, and this only started happening, I think in the mid-90s with Scharfenberger started putting percentages on bars, and then DeMori started putting percentages on bars. I don't know who did it first. Either way, it was kind of in the mid-90s or early 90s maybe. And what it's telling you is how much chocolate's actually in your bar. And so the easiest way to think of it is nibs. If it says 70% dark chocolate, that means you can think of 70% as nibs. However, that can also include added cocoa butter, which Manoa chocolate does as well. So in our recipe, we would add 10% additional cocoa butter, which means if we have a 70% dark chocolate bar, 60% is nibs, 10% is butter, and 30% is sugar. So it's a little deceiving because the butter that came from that nib as well is counted in that percentage that's on that bar. Milk chocolate, you don't tend to see a percentage on it because there's such a small amount of chocolate in there. Most people wouldn't even put it on the package. Craft chocolate tends to do that, but in our milk chocolate recipe, we have 30% nibs, 20% butter. And the reason we have to add that much cocoa butter is because there's 30% sugar, but mainly 20% milk powder. When you're adding that milk powder, your chocolate becomes so viscous that if you don't add that additional butter, that additional fat content, it's not going to flow. And so that's a 50% milk chocolate, and that's on the high side. So that's dark chocolate and milk chocolate.